Hey guys, we got a really exciting episode of the British Weekly Vlog this week. Oh my god, look. Welcome back to 2008. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the British Weekly Vlog. Kind of a weird one because I hope you all enjoyed, sort of, the Family Guy special last week. So it feels like I haven't done a true weekly vlog in 2 weeks' time. So recap of 2 weeks in a way, but also I don't know. Last week I just had to get Family Guy done. Like I had to send it off. I need to get it out of my life, out of to God. So I felt that was the best way to do it. And hey, you got me making my own British guy intro, so I'm sure that I'll never see the end of that. But it's also like this week. So I'm sick again. This is the third time I've gotten sick in 2 months. And one of them was COVID. This isn't COVID. I took a test. Headache, sore throat, congestion, lethargic. So, woo! I'm feeling great. Hopefully I'm alright. So, the past weeks, water bottle. This isn't water, but water bottle. The past weeks, when was the last one before Family Guy? The 12th? 12th. So, no, I didn't talk about it because Family Guy. You're gonna hear because Family Guy. Thursday the 13th. I know I've explained this before, but I'm right here. The tube station is right here, so I walk this way, up, out, and then that way is down to my campus, which is only a 5-7 minute walk away, which is lovely. There, it's sad because I think I talked about this on that 12th vlog about homeless people. My maybe controversial opinion about homeless people, but I'm getting my Joe Rogan mic here. I've never watched Joe Rogan, and I don't plan to. We're not talking about U.S. politics here. We talk about UK politics later. The guy, I don't know his name. He walks around with a limp and like he walks around and like he goes like this, and I'm just like, it's so weird. Something's clearly wrong with him, and it's I do feel bad. Okay, like society has failed them. However, I just like, why don't you put that energy towards something else? I don't know. They have no other option. I guess that's it. Sorry. But he came up to me. I was walking to school. I didn't have my AirPods at the time. And he's like, hey boss, you walked past me so many times with nothing to give. Can you just go to the ATM and get 20 quid out for me? And I'm like, that's in that moment. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I truly have nothing to give, and I just crossed the street. 20 quid. That's about $23. That's a lot for a homeless guy. Like, if he asked for like 2, maybe max 5 quid, sure. But I wouldn't also have gone to the ATM. I don't carry cash on me because I do everything with Apple Pay and everything. I feel like if I went to the ATM with him hovering over me, he would just swipe my debit card. Like, no, I don't know. So that was weird. And then I want to say Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I was walking back from class, back here for lunch quickly, and I saw the guy again, and he asked, mate, it's another 2 quid on your tab. You owe me 22 quid now. And I'm like, I just walked away. Like, he's tabs on me. I have not seen him since. And he was not here last year. He moved to this Mile End area over the summer, in September or something. I don't know. I just don't want him to, well, obviously hurt me, but also not hurt anybody else. Like, I don't know, like, that's so weird. Keeping, like, demanding 20 quid like I owe him. And it's like, you know, if I had all the money in the world, if I was Mr. Beast, I would definitely give him something. But I'm a college student. Like, I don't have all the money in the world, so especially not an extra 20 quid to just throw at him. I don't know, and it was like, you know, he's gonna use that 20 quid, buy supper, like, get a nice $5 supper from the store across the road. Don't buy booze with it. I don't know. I've not seen that guy, and probably the worst joke I can say, but he's probably gonna be dead in a month of an overdose, so, yeah, I don't know. It's weird to think about homeless people. It's just something you gotta deal with in the city, unfortunately. You know, I wish I could help him, but, you know, I also don't trust him. I don't know. So, I haven't seen him since last Tuesday. Oh no, I saw him at the bus stop yesterday. And he got on a bus. So clearly he has an extra bus fare. And then, of course, if you remember from 2 weeks ago, he has an iPhone 14 Pro. So clearly either he stole it, or, I don't know, he was able to afford the newest Pro or whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm in the wrong. I probably am, you know. But, I don't know, that was really weird, asking me to take out 20 quid. And made me feel a little bad about myself and him. So, hey, in the past now, so. Anything else interesting since 2 weeks ago? Oh! Yeah, I guess we'll talk about that. The lettuce wins. Yeah, Liz Truss. Oh my god. So, I won't ever talk about US politics. I'm gonna talk about UK politics. They do not matter to anybody in the US. And I think if I was to show this to anybody in the UK, I think 80% of them would agree with me. God, I can't breathe right now, so it's gonna go off. And also, I'm definitely gonna have a headache by the end of this. So prepare yourself for the next 10 minutes. Yeah, wow, she failed. Dear God. I moved back to the UK on September 6th. That was her first day in office. She left last Thursday. I've been in London the whole time. Yeah, since the beginning of the weekly vlog. That's how long she was in office. Dear God. Yeah. You know, her big thing was that we're in this cost of living crisis that was started by Boris's treasurer, which we'll get to. And so the big thing is, like, you know, they doubled heating prices at the beginning of 2021. There's only one gas company, the BP, British Petroleum. So basically they raised the price because it was the end of COVID. So more pounds would go to the British government. Sure, but that was manageable. And now, at the beginning of 2022, they doubled it again. So it's gone up 80% in the past 2 years, which is insane. And I know it's happening across the world. Like, I know, you know, obviously we had the petrol prices were insane over the summer, and I know heating is going up in the US as well. But, you know, it's scary. There's a lot of people, you know, in the middle of England, like that neck between Scotland, that are unfortunately, that's the more poorer, like Midwest, South of the U.S. wage-wise, not at poverty, obviously, but very lower class. A lot of them are unfortunately not going to be able to heat their homes, which is horrifying, because also, like, it gets really cold up there. Like, in Fahrenheit, it will get to 0 Fahrenheit, which is scary. So, it's a huge crisis right now, because we're also cutting off our supply line from Russia because of the war. So, she devised this plan, this budget plan, which basically was a more extreme version of Reaganomics, where huge tax cuts for the ultra wealthy, and that's supposed to trickle down to go there, and increase tax on the lower classes. What? Like, literally the complete opposite of what the country needs right now. So, that was no way in hell it was ever gonna pass. So, that killed her. She killed the queen. She killed the queen. She killed the pound. When she announced that budget, the pound plummeted. And then now she resigned, killed the Conservative Party. They were in scrambles last week. So the only way we could get a new election in the UK, the next one is scheduled. There has to be one every 5 years. The next one is scheduled January 2025. There's only 2 people who can call a general election: the Prime Minister, which he/she is not going to do because the Conservatives are in power, or King Charles. King Charles could dissolve Parliament and call for an election. The problem is, the monarch has never done that since, I want to say, 1660 or something. So it's very unlikely Charles will ever, because they are supposed to stay out of politics. So we're still stuck with the Conservative Tories possibly until 2025, where, Labour is the other big one, the Liberal Democrats, and the Scottish National Party. The other 3 parties, they all want a general election now, because polls show Labour will overtake, and if Labour overtakes Conservatives, then we'll get a Labour Prime Minister. Labour is much more left, but I'm gonna say it's more Bernie Sanders left than, like, the Democratic Party right now. Bernie Sanders, AOC, that sort of realm. Which I think they would be 1,000 times better, but I do have my grievances with them. But they've been really good in the past government crisis of the past month, saying, hey, don't do tax cuts on the rich. So that killed Liz Truss. And then we got, and I'll talk about this later, Rishi Sunak. I talked about earlier how Boris's treasurer was the one that got us into this mess. He was the treasurer. I do not get the philosophy of your own party nominating the person who started the crisis and say, hey, you're Prime Minister now. Solve your own crisis. He's not. He resigned in July when Boris resigned. And then there was a thing over the summer where he was at like a Gordon fundraising thing. And he purposely admitted of taking, cheerfully, mind you, taking money out of underdeprived areas in the UK and giving them to more wealthy towns. Which is so evil. What the hell? And might I add, Rishi Sunak, he's the first person of color and British Indian, which, is always great. Not gonna dismiss that. However, it's not like Obama becoming the first African American president. It'll be like if Jeff Bezos became the first trillionaire president. he doesn't represent British Indians. He represents the wealthy. He has double the amount of wealth that King Charles has, about 800 million pounds, because he was a Goldman Sachs investor. I think he did some investment banking, but then more importantly, he married the daughter of one of the largest Indian tech companies, like second most valuable Indian company. And so he's literally top 10 richest people in this country. I don't know, maybe controversial, but I don't think someone that wealthy should lead a country, because they're so out of touch with 95% of the country. So, I think he did good things at Treasure. He really kept, hey, it was in the COVID pandemic, we need to pump our money into national health care and the small businesses. Early on, that was great, but then ever since he's done this heating crisis, he's gone off the rails. He's awful. So I don't see him getting out of this crisis. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've been here in London. I've gone through, a little less than 2 months. I've gone through 2 monarchs and 3 prime ministers since I've been here. That's stupid. That is so stupid. Guys, oh my god. You'd be lucky. You'd be lucky with your Joe Biden. At least Joe Biden. Say whatever. I think he's been a really good president, in my opinion. Not, FDR level, but same as Obama, Eisenhower, something like that. Anyway, I said I was not going to talk about U.S. Joe Biden can at least stay in office for more than 6 weeks. And he says negative things about Liz Truss and Rishi, which that is the first time a U.S. president has ever said anything negative about a British prime minister since the Vietnam War, when Britain did not want to enter the war. It's embarrassing. It's honestly really embarrassing. I don't know where Britain's future will be, but I just hope, I guess there's a little more hope with Rishi, as he's not completely brain dead like Liz Truss, but at the same time, he's not a commoner. I don't know. Anyway, that was a long rant. I can feel the headache starting to kick in, so I'll talk about this. I showed you this with the Rishi. I've collected newspapers now of big events. So I have Rishi's first day, and then the only other one I have is the one announcing the Queen's death, the morning after. I don't know. I really like that idea. I remember when I was in school, having, if you guys remember, Mr. Stanton having, newspapers from every U.S. Election result, 9/11, the Middle Eastern wars, all that. It's a kind of neat. I'm not going to read them. I haven't opened that Rishi one. But I think it's cool. Also, dear God, look away if you, but I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. Welcome to being sick. Oh, I missed the bin. I don't know. Newspapers are kind of neat. So, this is a preserving history. This is a huge event in world history. Kind of neat to have a physical form of that. So, but yeah. So, what's up? How's everybody doing? This has been a long episode. It's fine. The Family Guy one was weird last week, so it's fine. No other news. Really? There's a new Elizabeth line station. I went to that today. Bond Street. Bond Street was already a pretty... yes, it is where James Bond is from, so there you go. I did go to that today. That was kind of neat, but it was just really nothing new. On the Elizabeth line. I mailed my ballot for the midterm elections in the U.S. That was kind of neat. Hopefully that counts and don't get lost in the mail. Oh yeah, my birthday happened. I had a birthday call. You introduced. God, you can see my mind is rambling. Cause I hope I have a pounding headache right now. I should probably stop. I hate being sick. Nothing major in the next week, I don't think. No, school's been kind of repetitive, but it's fine. I got some papers due. The police are after me. Oh no. Yeah. That's it. So I hope everybody's doing good. I hope. What's up? Is it midterm season? No, I don't think so yet. I don't know. I'm looking at a place that doesn't have a date on it. It's like, 8:30. Yeah, that's when midterms happened. God, dude. What am I? You signed up for this shit, didn't you? I'm gonna call it. I need to go to sleep. Dear God, my head hurts. But I got ibuprofen gang. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you next week on this. I hope this was an incredibly exciting British Weekly vlog.